Alright, take two, because the phone started messing up. I don't know why. But anyway, this is a 1986 Lakewood Superfan P223. This was sold at Mc Cory stores back in the 80s. There's a kind of an interesting story as to why I got this fan. And it involves a fan I had over 10 years ago. I had one of these gray-bladed 3rd gen Lakewoods back in like 2011, 2010, that I found in the garbage at the restaurant I used to work at. I was taking out the trash one day at the restaurant, and when I put the trash in the dumpster, I noticed there was a fan sitting in the back, and it was a newer version of this, basically. It had the smaller cabinet instead of the taller one like this one has, but it was pretty much identical to this otherwise. So I took it home, cleaned it up, oiled it, had it for about a year or two, and when we moved to the house that didn't have drywall, which was kind of a piece of crap place to live, but it was what it was. Not much I can do about it. We had a camper in the backyard that we stored stuff in. And I had some of my fans stored in that camper, and one of them was the gray Superfan. And my mom's boyfriend at the time decided to get a wild hair up his butt, and he was telling me I need to get rid of all my fans so he can make room for more of his junk in his freaking storage shed. So I think we argued for a good while. But eventually I ended up having to cave in, and I had to scrap a bunch of my fans, and one of them was the Superfan. And out of all the fans I scrapped, that was the one I really regretted getting rid of. But yeah, the Superfan, which was a rebranded 3rd gen Lakewood, which I didn't know at the time, but it turned out to be a very rare fan. I kind of regretted parting with it. And this popped up on Facebook the other day. Someone was clearing out their fan collection, and one of the fans was this one. And I pretty much instantly bought it. I didn't really care about the price as long as it wasn't like too outrageous. So it ended up coming to me. Hopefully the phone isn't acting too crazy. But anyway, this has the gray 3rd gen blades with the smooth hub. I believe the gray blades were only used on the Superfan Mc Cory store fans. I've only seen them on those. There's the model sticker. It's got focus, because of course, why would it? It's model P223/28, 120 volts, 60 hertz, 2.7 amps. Mc Cory stores, York, Pennsylvania. UL listed. But yeah, pretty cool fan. I'm definitely glad to have another one in the collection. It's a 3-speed fan, and only the super fans use the gray knob. But oddly enough, after they quit making these, some of the Lakewood 200i's would end up with this knob. I don't know why or how, but I've seen a few of them on YouTube that ended up with that gray knob. It has the traditional Lakewood handle, this nice dark gray cabinet, which I kind of like, honestly. It has the attach and close feet to bottom of fan sticker still on the side of it. The fan's in really nice shape. There's like no rust on it or anything. There's a couple broken grill slats, but you'll You'll have that on them big jobs. Here's the back of it. It has what you would think is the full shaft Macmillan motor, which it pretty much is, aside from the actual shaft. It's actually the small shaft inside the big shaft motor housing. It's kind of weird, honestly. It is a 1.7 amp motor, according to the sticker. 150 volts, 16 hertz, or 60 hertz. Lakewood Engineering Manufacturing. And there's a date code L86. 86 is the year. I forget what the L means. It goes by the alphabet, so yeah, I've been towards the end of 86, so I guess around 87 they were doing weird experimentations with Macmillan motors to do the small shaft, which seems about right, because that was also around the time Lakewood was using the Samsung motors in their box fans. But anyway, we got the kilowatt meter here on amps. I want to start it up on high. I really hope this camera ain't dropping frames again, but it probably is. It's high speed, which moves pretty good air. We're running at 2.2 amps and 186 watts. So it's actually running lower than what it should. So the motor tag's wrong, but the tag on the bottom's right. Usually it's the other way around. Here's medium, which really doesn't change much in speed. That smooth hub blade's really light. I don't know why. It is at 1.6 amps and 136 watts. Moving pretty good air though. And low. All that rattling is a loose screw in the back. But it does run pretty well, actually. I ran it all night last night. And it's running at 1.1 amps at 94 watts. I'm hoping this video didn't come out like crap. Anyway, go back to high. And OFF spells off. Yeah, spin down ain't long. I oiled the crap out of the motor. It's just that blade's very light for some reason. But I digress. There you go. There's the 1986 Lakewood Superfan from the interwebs. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And thanks again to the seller for selling me the fan. Hope everyone enjoys, and have a good one.